So can a single fixed lens camera be your only camera? It really depends on what you are focusing on, but you are definitely in the right place if you are thinking about purchasing a Fuji X100V or 6 or like a Q2 or Q3. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Only, and today we're discussing these fixed lens cameras like a Sony RX1R or like a Q2, Q3, Q343, Q3 monochrome, Q2 monochrome, like a Q original, the Fuji S100V, S106. Guys, these are all pocketable and lightweight, and we used to call them EDC, everyday carry or everyday camera, depends what you prefer. But anyway, with an everyday carry, there are many advantages and also some limitations. The very first advantage, of course, is the size, and the second advantage, of course, is that they take you out of the gear acquisition syndrome because you don't have to chase around new lenses. They can release oh so many good glasses. They can discount the best glasses for your camera brand, and you don't care because you cannot mount them on.
So I totally understand. When you have such a camera hanging from your neck, instead of a fixed lens camera that it also looks retro and has manual dials, it might not fit the idea, the impression, the image that you want to put through your socials. And so this is why you might target a fixed camera lens despite of its limitation. I totally get it. The appeal and the shape and the tactile pleasure are also playing an important part in this game.
Now, if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I spent a few years with my Leica Q2 as my only camera, and eventually I was also doing some video production with that, not so much because it didn't have the IBIS but only the OSS, and it didn't have the microphone jack. But the glass was something stunning, and so the X-Trans processor in the Fujis is also giving stunning results. The Fuji S100V and 6 are sold out almost everywhere, meaning that people are appreciating them oh so much. And also like a Q2, Q3, 43 monochrome, these are very valuable tools, means to an end, because I have to say, camera is just a mean to an end. I know people are having great results out of their smartphones, but this is a different episode and a separate discussion. So, can a camera with a fixed glass be your sole camera? I have to say, it really depends on what the production is. When I was in Vancouver, I spent a few years of my life there with my Leica Q2, and I was just going around through life, through downtown, teaching street photography. That was the core activity to pay my bills. And teaching street photography and living downtown, well, I didn't need much more than the Q2. I could also crop in with the button to 35 or 50 mil, not so much 75 because it was losing a lot of resolution, but that camera was, I was basically covered in all my needs. From time to time, I would put it on a cheap tripod like now, like on my Sony SMC Mark II, and talk to it. And then I had to record the audio separately with a Rode mic that had a redundant copy. So it was kind of one tool covering all the requirements that I had, but I was also pairing it with the DJI Action to mount it on top of it to give you some POV street photography, because I also needed to record video and I could not record what I had in the screen if I was shooting photos. So that was one thing. Different thing is right now that I moved to Europe and street photography is not much of a thing anymore, or at least there are no people that want to learn it from me. They just want to go around and practice, but most of the time they're just shooting selfies, I have to say. But right here, I'm taking portraits of families, of couples, wedding proposals. And so for that very thing, 28 mil that I had on my Leica was a bit limiting. For other jobs like shooting interiors, 28 mil that I had on my Leica was not wide enough. And so I had eventually to dismiss the one lens fit all. But if you're going around and if you are traveling, you are maybe a travel blogger, a food blogger, I don't know what blogger, if you are traveling, if you are sharing stories, insights, if you are a YouTuber, I think that one glass might fit your use case. And also you have to consider the focal length, like the Leica proposes 28 mil, but also 43 mil. And now with this improved resolution, you can eventually crop in much more. So the 43 would eventually cover up to 150 mil, which is a decent reach if you only have one camera. So what is your use case? What do you want to know about that? First thing is that you want to have a bright glass, a fast glass. I know that eventually also Fuji is proposing a medium format EDC, which is very good, also expensive, not so fast because it's an f4 lens. And so that might be slowing you down a tad. I don't know if the improved resolution and the cropping that you gain from the camera will be compensated by the slower glass. Fuji X100 line, super fine. It has been out there for a long time. And like a Q line, like a Q, Q2, Q3, Q3M, Q343. But also Sony has the RX1R line, not to mention the small ones, RX100 Mark 5, 6, 7. They all have this impressive AF. So that is eventually using not a prime but a zoom range, but it has a smaller sensor. So guys, I really don't know what to say because I need to know what your main job is. I have to say I have been very happy with my fixed glass camera for a few years until I was not anymore. And so I transitioned to Lumix first and now eventually to Sony. And I have to say it was even embarrassing the plethora of glasses you could pick up from. And eventually, right now, I'm still a one lens solid with my 24 to 50. So I'm sticking to one glass. So it's still one camera with a fixed glass, but this glass has a zoom range. So I don't know how to consider it. It's still the same form factor because it resembles also in dimensions my Lucky Q2. It's just a tad more versatile. So I don't know if this optical zoom can be compared to the digital zoom that I had cropping in with the Leica. It's more or less the same form factor. Of course, I'm always the same photographer. And of course, the use case changed a tad. So please let me know down here in the comments if you are considering the Fuji, the medium format, the crop factor, the Leica. And with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the new videos to come. And I guess I wish you later. Thank you. Bye bye.